So what is up, Boomtos and Buffaloes, and welcome back today to another video commentary and to the first episode of Buffaloes Breakdown. We finally got a name for this series, and what it is where I take a gameplay, we break it down, we analyse it, see what was good, see what wasn't so good, and pretty much help you guys improve at the game by giving you some tips from an actual gameplay where someone has illustrated a certain method of playing the game. So what we have this week is a 114 kill hardpoint gameplay on the map Raid from a good friend of mine, that Domino Effect. He's got a really good channel in my opinion. He's only got like 460 odd subs, but he deserves way more than that because he puts a lot of effort into his commentaries. He's got great gameplay, some seriously good gameplays with a variety of different weapons, and I genuinely think you guys will enjoy his content. So go over in the description and check out his channel. But anyway, enough about the introductions, let's get into this gameplay. So first of all here, we've got a really good spot behind this truck right here, and as you can see, he's using the FAL with the select fire, which is a really good weapon for long range, and he's defending the objective right here as the enemy are coming towards it, which is getting him his kills, which is building up the points towards his score streaks. Playing hardpoint, you need to be in and around the objective in order to get the most points and to build up your streaks as quickly as possible. Furthermore, with the knowledge that the hardpoint is about to end, he moves over to this area, picks up the PDW, knowing that the hardpoint is going to be in this room in front of us right now. And as you can see, using the PDW, its short range benefits means he can pick up these guys as they're coming in off the hardpoint for 125 kills. He comes in, picks up the secure, which is another plus 200, comes back there, and as you can see, the enemy have captured it again. So he goes in, picks up these couple of guys right here with the PDW, just hip firing, and as you can see right there, the benefits of a submachine gun in close quarters engagements, it enables him to pick up his VSAT with the hardpoint kills. So many kills running in right here, and this is a really good area to patrol, knowing where the hardpoints are going to be, picking up a weapon which is going to benefit the surroundings you're in, and as you can see right here, he picks up the VSAT and the Lodestar, which is a really strong start to this hardpoint gameplay. So as you can see, we still have about 20 seconds left of this current hardpoint, and the enemy have captured it once again. This right here, as you can see, just clipping this little ledge right there, that's the sign of a really smart player. Someone that doesn't run in when there's 5 guys on the hardpoint. He waits for his team to go in, flush a few of them out, which pretty much limits the engagements that he's going to get himself involved with. He knew that he was close to the swarm, so that is why he waited. He keeps popping in and out of the hardpoint to obviously help his team win by building up the score, to help the game just go through a little bit quicker. But as you can see right now, he's staying away from the spawn where the enemy are going to be spawning because the swarm is in the air, and the swarm does have a tendency to kill also the user if he is too close to the enemy. So as you can see right there, he's just staying off, hanging around the middle areas of the map, letting his swarm do the work, and just pretty much using the VSAT to anticipate the spawn, and coming in using the FAL select fire to pick up the enemies. With the VSAT continuously in the air, he knows exactly where the enemy are going to be coming from, so he walks into this building right here knowing that there's going to be a spawn point on the left hand side, switches out to the Chicom, and he picks up that guy just there. And as we can see, he's ready to call in the Lodestar. So when he calls in the Lodestar, we'll briefly say what's gone well with the gameplay so far. So he knows exactly where the hardpoints are going to be. Patrolling around the middle of the map gives him a lot of angles for the enemy to come from, and with the VSATs constantly in the air, it pretty much does make his job a lot easier. But let's move in to see what happens for the rest of this gameplay. So as we move up the stairs, we see the hardpoints changed again and the enemies have it. What he does right here is he doesn't show a lot of his body, which means he can pick up those guys on the hardpoint to once again make it neutral, and his teammate in a second goes inside the hardpoint to claim it once again, which means they're not giving the enemy any chances whatsoever to control that hardpoint, to boost up their score, so they're pretty much always going to win the game. But what we see right here is the first mistake. So as much as I disagree with the concept of your own swarm, the highest streak on the game being able to kill you as well as your enemies, unfortunately it does happen. We know it happens. So a pro tip for using the swarm: if you've got a swarm in the air, do not run into the middle of the enemy spawn. Don't get balls deep inside the enemy spawn trying to get behind them and to flank, because the chances are exactly what's happened to Chopper right here will happen to you guys. The swarm will kill you as well as the enemy. So, a common mistake amongst a lot of players that play Call of Duty is once they take a death, they think they need to redeem themselves by running around the map and picking up 20 kills within 20 seconds. That is exactly the way you should not play Call of Duty. Once you take a death, you need to make every single life you have count. And what we see here from Eternal Chopper, which is his gamer tag if you guys weren't aware, we see him playing very conservatively. He knows the swarm is in the air, so he knows he's going to have a constant flow of kills going through the kill feed. So what we see him doing right now is just patrolling around this area, around the middle of the map. He knows his teammates have control of the middle hardpoint location, and he's building up towards, once again, another VSAT, and not running around the map, taking up consistent deaths from just trying to rush heavily. So, the screenshot occupying your screen right now is the location of where he's about to call in his next Lodestar. And even though, fortunately for him, he doesn't actually die when he comes out of the Lodestar, this is a very, very risky area to call in a Lodestar on the map Raid, because the middle area of this map is the focal point. There's going to be enemies and teammates constantly flooding through this middle area, because all of the hardpoints on Raid, they're scattered around the map, and this middle area is going to be the high traffic zone as to where you and the enemy are going to be trying to get to and from the hardpoints. So my advice would be, do not call in the Lodestar bang in the middle of the map, but I guess the plus side of him doing this was, he did have teammates with microphones, so if anyone was going to get close to him, even though he was on a streak, he could tell them, and hopefully one of his teammates could help him out in the middle of the map. So what we're about to see right here is one of my favourite parts of this gameplay. He comes up, sees this guy on the radar, picks him up, and what he does right now is he goes into the hardpoint. He knows exactly that his teammates know the location, and using this tree and the stone for cover, he picks up a really nice three-piece right there to pick up the VSAT. He calls it in, and what he does right back now is he drops around the other side of this tree, knowing that the enemy are going to be coming, using the VSAT in the air, and he picks up that guy as well. A really smart bit of play there from Eternal Chopper, knowing exactly where the enemy are going to be, using the cover of the stone and the tree to his advantage, and he continues to pick up the kills around this location. So if you're going to be going for these really high scoring gameplays on Hardpoint, you need to make sure that time is on your side. As you can see right now, he's getting very close to that second swarm, but there's only about 2.5 minutes to go before the end of the gameplay. So he knows he really does need to get a move on if he's going to get that second swarm. But once again, instead of just running balls deep inside the enemy spawn, he sees the hardpoint is contested, he sees the enemy now have the hardpoint, waits for his teammates to go in, clears it out, and once again, they regain control of this hardpoint. So as you can see right now, using the VSAT and the radar to his advantage, he knows that the enemies are going to be coming to try to capture this hardpoint, and he waits on these stairs right here, waits for them to come around. He sees that his teammates have this area covered, so he knows that he can stay on these steps without getting shot in the back. So as you can see right now, once again, he jumps into the middle area of the map. He uses this little middle area and the protection he does have from the stairs to his advantage, and we're very close to this next swarm right here. It's a make or break moment. If he gets the swarm, it's going to be a very good gameplay. If he doesn't get the swarm, it's not going to be so great. So once again, he's just using his radar, making sure that he doesn't show too much of his body by jumping around the stones and picking up that guy and calling in the next swarm. Another great bit of play from Eternal Chopper. Okay, so the gameplay is drawing to a close right now, so I'm going to give you another pro tip for going for these high-scoring gameplays on this game mode. If you know that the enemy cannot physically, mathematically come back and win, then don't always capture the hardpoint. You can see in this gameplay that the hardpoint, it goes right down to the 10 minutes, which gives Eternal Chopper, or that domino effect, the opportunity to go for these 100 kills. If you're playing in a full team, let them know if you're going to be close to getting a streak, or getting a decent gameplay by saying, you know what, we don't need to capture the hardpoint right now. The enemy cannot come back, even though some people may say it's a cheap tactic by not actually playing the objective for the whole of the game. But if you know you're going to win, and you know that the enemy team cannot mathematically come back to win the game, you might as well go for more kills. That is exactly what they did in this gameplay. You can see right now, there's only about 10 seconds to go, and we're getting very close to the score limit. I don't even think they actually do pick up the score limit at the end of the game, but, you know, it gets 114 kills. They win the game quite convincingly, and that's a very successful gameplay from Eternal Chopper. Alrighty then guys, that is the end of episode 1 of Buffalo's Breakdown. Be sure to send in your gameplays titled under dissection to my YouTube inbox, and I will look at the gameplay and see whether or not I want to break it down for a video. But if you did enjoy this one, please don't hesitate to leave this video a like rating. It really will help the channel grow, and as well as that, it will also let me know whether or not you enjoyed these videos. If you enjoyed the gameplay from that domino effect, and you want to see more of his work, then please feel free to go out and check out his channel. It will be left as an annotation and also in the description. Great commentator, produces great gameplays with a variety of different weapons. I think you guys will enjoy it. But anyway guys, enough from me. Enjoy your Friday night and enjoy your weekend. I'll speak to you soon. Peace.